So, dear students, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? I hope best for you. So, I am Mukesh Kumar. Welcomes you online to the Mukesh Online Academy. Okay. So, students, we are doing the first chapter, rational numbers of the class 8 from the ML Agarwal book of the ICSE board. Okay. So, I have already covered some introduction into the first video about the rational numbers. So I hope you would have seen it and would have liked it and enjoyed it. If you have not seen, then I have given the link into the description. So you just go through that so that it will give you the better insight of the topic. Okay, I hope you would have understood that. Okay, so whatever we are studying in this video, in this class, so that will be more understandable. Okay, so go through that first and then watch this video. Okay, so I hope you are watching it because you want to improve your maths, because you want to become excellent in maths. Okay, some students wants to improve, some students wants to become excellent in maths. So a best tip, okay, whenever you are watching any study related material or whenever you are watching and doing any study related activities, just keep a notebook and pen with you. If you have not kept till now, just pause it, okay, and take a notebook and take a pen and start practicing the question whichever we are covering in this video. Okay, so whatever questions we are covering, just write those questions and practice that. Okay, and after that you practice some other questions from the exercise on your own, and then check their answers, check their methods in my next class or in my next video. Okay, so I hope all of you have got the notebooks and pens with you and start practicing. Okay, so in this video, in this class, we are going to do the addition of rational numbers and their properties. Okay, we will cover the examples also. So for that we will need a practice along with it. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so dear students, so we will start the addition of rational numbers. Okay, so how do we add the rational numbers? So we have the two cases for the addition of rational numbers. The case is when denominator of both numbers are same or denominator of all the numbers are same. Okay, denominator of both numbers are same. Clear? So let's take an example. So we will do an example for this. So let's take an example 1 which is given in the book. Okay, so what's the example 1? That add the following in rational numbers. Following rational numbers. Okay, and what are the rational numbers? Let's take one by one. So the one example is, the number 1 is 5 upon 7 and minus 3 upon 7. And the second example is 7 upon minus 11 and 3 upon 11. Okay, so let's take this first one. Okay, so how to answer this? So first we will write 5 upon 7 plus and minus 3 upon 7. Okay, now since the denominator of both are same, so that means they will be added in the same way as we had added integer in the 7th standard. So how will we write it? First we will write the common denominator for both, that is the 7, and then we will write 5 and plus minus 3. Okay, so in the 7th standard what we had done, how did we add the integers? So we will write the bigger number first. So 5 in terms of numbers is big, and then we will write minus 3. That means one number is sign is plus, other sign is minus. So we will do it. 5 minus 3 is 2 and the sign of this will come, so it will become 2. Okay, so what do we get the answer as a 2 upon 7? This is the answer. Very simple. Okay, now we will do this. Okay, we will do the answer of the next one. So here we have been given 7 upon minus 11 plus 3 upon 11. So in this example, the denominator has been given as a negative number. Okay, so I had told you in the last class that whether minus is the denominator or in the numerator, the whole number becomes a minus. So we can write this number as a minus 7 upon 11 plus 3 upon 11. Now since both the denominators are same, so we will write 11 as a common denominator for both. Okay, then we will write minus 7 and plus 3. Now how do we add it? So we will write minus 7 here and plus 3 here, so we will write this way. Okay, so since one number is have the plus sign, other number has the minus sign, so both the numbers have the opposite signs, then these numbers are subtracted. So 7 minus 3 is 4, and we will write the sign of the upper number, that is the minus. So the answer is minus 4 upon 11. Okay, so I hope you would have understood it. If you have any doubt, then you can send me the doubts, then I will solve your doubts. Okay, I hope this would have cleared your doubt. Clear? Now we will do the next one. We have the second case, the case B, when denominator of both numbers are not same. When denominator of both numbers, here numbers means the rational number, okay, are not same, means they are different, okay. So let's take an example for this also. So we have the example 2 in our book. Okay, so what is the example 2? Add the following rational numbers. So what are these questions to add? One is minus 3 upon 5 and 2 upon 3, and the second one is minus 23 upon 18 and 17 upon 24. So these two questions, these two examples we will take one by one. So let's take the first example, minus 3 upon 5 plus 2 upon 3. Okay, so here we can see that the denominators, one has the denominator 5 and the other has the denominator 3. So that means both denominators are not same. So first what will we do? First find LCM of 5 and 3. Okay, so how to find the LCM? We already know that how to find the LCM. I'll tell you one trick here. So when both numbers do not have any common factor, so here they are the prime numbers. Okay, see 5 and 3 are the prime numbers, so they do not have any common number between them. So the LCM will become 5 into 3, so that is become the 15. Okay, now we have to make both the denominators as a 15. So to make this denominator 5 as a 15, we have to multiply it by 3. So what we will do? We will multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. So the denominator will become 15. Okay, then we will put the plus sign. Now we have to make this 3 as a 15. So to make the 3 as a 15, we have to multiply it by 5. So that means we will multiply both numerator and denominator by 5. Okay, now so this number, so minus 3 into 3 becomes minus 9 upon 15, and this became 10 upon 15. So now we will do the same way as we had done in the example 1. So now we will write the common denominator here, and we will write the both numbers as we had written in the first example, and we will solve it into the same way that we had done in the integer. So 10 is the big number, so we will write, so we are doing the some rough work here. Okay, so we will write 10 here, that is a plus sign, and we will write 9 here, which is a minus sign. So one number has a plus sign, other number has a minus sign, so that means they will get subtracted. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Since the bigger number has a positive sign, so it will be positive sign. So the answer became the 1 upon 15 is the answer. Okay, clear? Now we will take the second example. The second example is minus 23 by 18 plus 17 upon 24. We have to do this question now. So here what we can see that both 18 and 24 are not prime numbers. First of all, they are the composite numbers. Second thing, both 18 and 24 has the common numbers also, because we can divide them commonly by 6. Okay, so we have to find first the LCM of 18 and 24. Okay, so to find the LCM of 18 and 24, first we will divide by 2, then become 9, it become 12, then again by 2 it becomes 9, it becomes 6, then again by 2 it becomes 9, it becomes 3, again then by 3 it becomes 3, it becomes 1, and then 3 it becomes 1 comma 1. So the LCM becomes 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. See, 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, 3 into 3 is 9, so LCM is 72 is the LCM. So now we have to make the 18 as a 72 also, and the 24 as a 72 also we have to make. Okay, so now you must be wondering, son, by which number we should multiply 18 to make it 72. I'll tell you one trick. Okay, from these 5 numbers, find the numbers which can give you 18. Okay, so from these numbers, we have these 3 numbers, like 3 into 3 into 2, it gives the 3 into 3 9, 9 into 2 18, and 2 into 2 14. So that means 18 into 4 is what? 72, because we are getting the final result 72. So that means we can multiply 23 and both 18 by 4. Okay, so now we need to multiply both 23 and 18 by 4. Now which number we should multiply 24 to become 72? Again we can see this. See, 2 into 2. See, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. See, 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 3 is 24. So these 4 numbers are giving 24. And one number is left. It is into 3. So which is equal to 72. In any case, the result will come 72. So that means if we multiply both 17 and 24 by 3, we will get the 72. Okay, so 17 is multiplied with the 3, and same the 24 is also multiplied with the 3. So now we have to multiply with this is all rough work. Okay, that we have to do. So 23 into 4 we have to multiply. 4 3 are 12, 4 2 is 8, 9. So 92, which is of minus sign. 18 into 4 we have already calculated 72. Now plus 17 into 3 we have to multiply. So it will become 51. Okay. So 51 upon 72. Now we have to do in the same way that we had done in the first example. So this is 72 minus 92 plus 51. So how to solve it? So we will write minus 92 here, and because the digits are more and 51 is lower, we have the both opposite signs, so we will subtract them. 2 minus 1 is 1, 9 minus 5 is 4, and we will put the sign of the upper number. So this became the minus 41 upon 72. This is the right answer. Clear? If you have any doubt, then you can comment me, or you can send me your doubts, so we will solve your query. See, this is all rough work. Okay, that we need to do along with the question. Clear? Okay, now after doing the examples, so now we will do the properties of the addition of rational numbers. So just first let us write what are these properties. So the number A is closure property, number B is commutative property, and C is associative property, and D is additive identity, and along with it additive inverse. Okay, so we will study all these 4 properties. Okay, one by one. So let's start the first one, closure property. Clear? See, what is the meaning of closure property, that we need to clear. Closure property means whenever 2 rational numbers are added, we will always get the rational number. Okay, that means we can say that when 2 or more rational numbers are added, we get a rational number. Okay, or we can say that the rational numbers are closed under addition. Okay, Let's do it by an example. Let's say number like 2 upon 3, and let's take a number like 4 upon 3. Okay, so that means when we add this, it becomes 3, 2 plus 4, that means 6 upon 3, which is a rational number. Even if we reduces, then it becomes 2, and we can write 2 upon 1, so it is a rational number. Okay, so by whatever we have seen in the example 1 and example 2 also, that when we added the rational numbers, we got the rational number. Okay, so even if we are getting integer after the addition, that means we can put, as I told you in the last video also, that rational numbers, the integers are also the rational numbers. Okay, clear? So even whenever we add two or more rational numbers, we always get the rational number. This is a closure property. So in different terms, what we can write here is, so we can write that P upon Q plus R upon S equals to, we can say that A upon B. So this is a rational number, this is a rational number, these are the rational numbers, and the result is also a rational number. Okay, so this is the closure property. Now B is the commutative property. See, commutative property means we can add two numbers in any sequence, but the result is going to same. Okay, let's take an example. Suppose there is a number A upon B and there is another number C upon D. We add these numbers into any sequence. Okay, like C upon D plus A upon B. In the first sequence, first we have taken A upon B plus C upon D. In the second way, we have taken C upon D and A upon B. Both are added. So in both the cases, result will be same. This is called the commutative property. Okay, let's understand this by an example. So this is an example that we have to do. Okay, see, we will do in the two different ways. The first way, we have taken the minus 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7. Okay, so here the denominator are not same, and since the numbers are the prime numbers, so definitely their LCM will become 3 into 7 means 21. So to do this, to make it 21, so we have to multiply both the numbers by 7. And to make this number as a 21, we have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. Okay. So this became minus 14 upon 21. This became 15 upon 21. Okay. So that means 21 is the common number. So we can write minus 14 plus 15. Okay. So we have to just do the calculations in the rough. So 15 we have to write up, then minus 14, so we get 1. So we get the answer 1 upon 21, so which is a rational number. Okay, first of all it is a rational number. So by this way we have got the answer 1 upon 21. Now let's do it with the other way, the second way. Okay, now we will do it by 5 upon 7 plus minus 2 upon 3. Okay, so again the LCM will be the 3 into 7, 21. So we have to multiply this 5 and 7 by 3. So that means 5 into 3 upon 7 into 3. Now same way, to make it 21 we have to multiply 3 by 7. So minus 2 into 7 upon 3 into 7. Okay. So this became 15 upon 21 plus minus 14 upon 21. We have to put it into bracket. So we can do as we had in the example 1. So 21, 15 minus plus minus 24. So same way that we have solved here, this one. So we can do in the same way. So 15 minus 14 will be 1. So we get the answer 1 upon 21. See, if we are solving this way, then also we are getting the answer 1 upon 21. If we are solving this way, then also we are getting the answer 1 upon 21. So what does it mean? That minus 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7 is same as 5 upon 7 plus minus 2 upon 3. So this is called the commutative property. Okay, let's take another example, minus 4 upon 7 plus minus 8 upon 5. So this also we have to put into the bracket. Okay, so here also we do not have the same denominator. So the LCM will become 7 into 5, that means 35. So we will do here the first way. The first way we are doing the same way, that minus 4 upon 7 plus minus 8 upon 5. So LCM is 35. So we can multiply 7 with the 5. So that means 4 into 5 upon 7 into 5. Then plus sign. Same way 8 into, to make it 35 we have to multiply it by 7. So both denominator and numerator by 7. Okay. So this became minus 20 upon 35 and plus minus 7 8 is 56 upon 35. Okay, so we will do the same way as we had done in the first. Okay, so we will do in the same way as we had done in the first. So 35 we will write as a common denominator. So this is minus 20, this is minus 56. Now how to solve it? Okay, so we will write minus 20 and minus 56. Since both have the same sign, when both the numbers have the same sign and have the plus sign between them, then they will be added. Okay, so it will be 6 and 7, but since both are minus, both are negative, so the sign will become final negative. So it became minus 76 upon 35. Okay, now the second way. In the second way, we will write minus 8 upon 5 first, and then we will write minus 4 upon 7. Okay, so again the LCM is going to be 35. So we will write 5 by 7, the 8 into 7 upon 5 into 7, and plus we will write, multiply this by 5. So minus 4 into 5 upon 7 into 5. Okay, so this became minus 56 upon 35. So we can put bracket here, and plus minus 20 upon 35, we can put bracket here. Now it is the same way. We write 35 as a common denominator. This became minus 56. This became minus 20. So we do the same thing here. Now we can add like minus 56 and minus 20, but both have the same sign, so they will be added. So 5 over 2 7, minus 76. So minus 76 upon 35. See, whatever way we added, we got the same result. The results are same. So that means by whatever way, whether we put the second number first or whether we put the other way. Okay, so the result is same. So this is, we can write the property that minus 4 upon 7 plus minus 8 upon 5 is same as minus 8 upon 5 plus minus 4 upon 7. So this is the property, commutative property that we can write. General property I have written in the initial. Okay, the property C is the associative property. Associative property. Okay, associative property means if we take more than two numbers, okay, and whatever way they are added, we will get the same results. So like we say that if it is A upon B plus C upon D plus E upon F, okay, we have taken these three numbers. So let's say we add this A upon B plus C upon D first, then add this, the result is added with the E upon F. Second way what we do, we add first C upon D plus E upon F, and then result of this addition is added to the A upon B. There is one more way, that A upon B plus E upon F is added first, then the result is added to the C upon D. Okay, so by whatever way we are adding, we will get the same result. All the results will be equal. So this is called the associative property. Okay, let's take an example, that minus 2 upon 3 plus 3 upon 5 plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay, so we have taken this example. We will add it into the different ways. So let's take the first way. In the first way what we have done, we have added 2 upon 3 and 3 upon 5 first, then the result will be added to the minus 5 upon 6. Okay, this is the first way. So for this what we need to do, first we need to take the LCM of 3 and 5, and LCM of 3 and 5 will be 3 into 5 means 15, because both are the prime numbers. Okay, So to make it 15, we have to multiply it by 5. So 2 into 5 upon 3 into 5, this one. And to make it 15, we have to multiply it by 3. So plus 3 upon into 3 upon 5 into 3. And then plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay. Now next, this will be minus 10 upon 15. This will be 9 upon 15 and plus minus 5 upon 6. So now we do the same way that we had done in the example 1. So minus 10 plus 9 and plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay. Now this became minus 1 upon 15 plus minus 5 upon 6. Okay. Now we will take the LCM of 15 and 6. So LCM of 15 and 6. So we divided by 2 first. So 15 and 3. Then divide by 3. 5 and 1. Then divide by 5. 1 and 1. So LCM is 2 into 3 into 5. So 3 into 5. 5 into 10. 30. 30 is the LCM. Okay. So now have one number which should be multiplied with the 15. So 3 into 5 is 15. So into 2. So 15 into 2 is 30. So minus 1 into 2 upon 15 into 2 plus. So which number we should multiply? 6. Means 3 into 2 is 6 into 5. So 6 into 5 is 30. Okay. So minus 5 into 5 upon 6 into 5. So it became minus 2 upon 30. It becomes minus 25 upon 30. Okay. So the common denominator 30 minus 2 and plus minus 25. So we will write minus 25, then we will write minus 2. Since both numbers are same, we have the plus sign between them. So they will be added 27 and but put the minus sign. So it became minus 27 upon 30. Now we can reduce it, and after reducing it, it became 9, it became 10. So your answer became minus 9 upon 10 is the answer. Clear? Now do the second way. So what is the second way? First, we will add 3 upon 5 and minus 5 upon 6. We will do this addition first. So now we have to take the LCM of 5 and 6. Since 5 and 6 do not have any common number, so their LCM will become 5 into 6 means 30 is the LCM. Okay. So minus 2 upon 3 plus, so to make it 30 we should multiply it by 6. So 3 into 6 upon 5 into 6. And to make it 30 multiply it by 5 minus 5 into 5 upon 6 into 5. Now minus 2 upon 3 plus 18 upon 30 plus minus 25 upon 30. Okay. So now we have to solve this one. So this one will be done. See, rough work. Minus 25 and then we will write minus 8 plus 18. So since both numbers are opposite signs, so they will be subtracted. So we get the minus 7. Okay. So this is the rough work. Okay. So minus 2 upon 3 plus we got the minus 7 upon 30. Okay. Now we have to solve these two numbers. So see, 3 and 30 both are the multiple. See, 30 is the multiple of 3. So that means its LCM will become the 30. So that means LCM became the 30. Okay. So now to make it 30 we have to multiply 3 by 10 because 3 times are 30. So minus 2 into 10 upon 3 into 10. Since this has the same number, so we need not to multiply with any number. This will remain the minus 7 upon 30. So we got it minus 20 upon 30 plus minus 7 upon 30. So we have now the denominators are same. So the answer became 30 minus 20 and plus minus 7. So this will be, so the rough work, minus 20 and minus 7. So this became minus 27 because both numbers are same, having the plus sign between them. So they will be added, then the sign will be the negative. Okay. So then answer will become minus 27 upon 30. Now we will reduce this. 3 9 that 27, 3 9 that 30. So minus 9 upon 10 is the answer. So what is the answer? Minus 10, 9 upon 10. 9 upon 10 we got here also. 9 upon 10 we got the here also. So we had attempted the first two methods. Third method, students, do on your own. Okay, and try to see whether you are getting the same result or not. So what we can say about this thing here is minus 2 upon 3 plus 3 upon 5 in one bracket. This addition minus 5 upon 6 is same as if we add into the other way, plus 3 upon 5 plus minus 5 upon 6. So this is the same result they will be getting, and we call them associative property. Okay, now let's do one more question, one more example. Okay, so we have the number 3 upon 4 plus 4 upon 5 plus 5 upon 6. We have this example. Okay, so let's do the first way. First way we will do that 3 upon 4 plus 4 upon 5 plus 5 upon 6. Okay, so now first we will take the LCM of 4 and 5, and since both are not having any common number, so that means LCM of 4 and 5 will become 20. So LCM of 4 and 5, 4 into 5 is 20. So that means we have to multiply 4 with 5 and 5 with 4. So this will be 3 into 5 upon 4 into 5 plus 4 into 4 upon 4 into 4 upon 5 into 4. Okay, plus 5 upon 6. So this became 15 upon 20. This became 16 upon 20 and plus 5 upon 6. Okay, so now since they are having the same sign, so that means they will be 31 upon 20 and plus 5 upon 6. So what will be the LCM of 20 and 6? So we need to find the LCM of. So let's do the rough work here. Rough work. See, LCM of 20 and 6. Okay. So 2, 10 and 3. 2, 5 and 3. And 3, 5 and 1. And 5, 1, 1, 1. So LCM is 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So we got the LCM 60. Okay. Now, so how to multiply it with the 20 to get 60? So we have to multiply 20 means by 3. So 20 into 3 is 60. Okay. 2 to the 4, 5 the 20 and 3 is left. So that means 31 into 3 upon 20 into 3. Same, we know that 6 times is 60. So that means 5 into 10 upon 6 into 10. Okay, so this became 3 1 ja 3, 3 3 ja 9 upon 60 plus 50 upon 60. Okay, so now both the denominators are same. So that means 60, 93 plus 50. So that means 143 upon 60 is the answer. Okay, now do it the other way. See, second way. Now what we will do the second way, we will take these two numbers first. Okay. Now 3 upon 4 plus 5 upon 6 and plus 4 upon 5. Now we need to find the LCM of 4 and 6, and 4 and 6 LCM will be 2 to the 4 3, 2 1 3, 3 1 1. So LCM is 2 into 2 4, 3 the 12 is the LCM. Okay, and we already know that 4 3 the 12. So that means 3 into 3, that 4 into 3. And we know 6 2 is 12. So 5 into 2 upon 6 into 2. Okay. Plus 4 upon 5. So we got the 9 upon 12 plus 10 upon 12 plus 4 upon 5. So this became 19 upon 12. This became 4 upon 5 because 10 plus 9 is 19. Okay. Now we have to find the LCM of 12 and 5. So let's find the LCM of 12 and 5. So we have 2, 6, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1. So LCM is 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So 2 to the 4, 5 the 20, 60 is the LCM. Okay. So now how to get 60 with 12? See, 2 to the 4, 3 the 12. So 12 into 5 is 60. So we should multiply the 12 with the 5. 19 into 5 upon 12 into 5. Same, by 12 into 5 is 60, that means 5 should be multiplied with the 12. 4 into 12 upon 5 into 12. So we get 19 into 5. See, 19 into 5 we will multiply, so this became 95. So 95 upon 60 plus 4 into 12. So 12 into 4 become 4 to the 8, 4 banja 4. So 48 upon 60. So that means the common denominator became 60. So 95 plus 48. Now we will add 95 and 48. 95 and 48 we will add 8, 5, 3, 1, 9, 10, 143 we get. So let's check whether are we getting the same answer or not. Yes, we are getting the same answer. 143 upon 60. So here also we are getting the same answer. Here we are also getting the same answer. So what does it mean? So it means that 3 upon 4 plus 4 upon 5 plus 5 upon 6. We are taking this 2 in the first bracket is equals to 3 upon 4 plus 5 upon 6 plus 4 upon 5. This we have taken added first. Okay. So this is the another way of doing. Clear? So associative, this is called the associative property. I hope associative property would be clear to you. Okay. Now the next one. Fourth property we have the additive identity. Fourth property we have additive identity. See, what is the additive identity? It means that if we add any number with the 0, we will get the same result. Like if we add 1 upon 2 with 0, then we will get the 1 upon 2. Okay. And if we add 1 upon 3 with 0, we will get 1 upon 3. If we add minus 5 upon 3 with 0, we will get the minus 5 upon 3. So 0 is the additive identity. 0 is additive identity. Okay. So 0 is called the additive identity. So we can say that a upon b plus 0 is always the a upon b. So this is the additive identity. Okay. Which can also be equal to 0 plus a upon b. Now comes the additive inverse. Additive inverse. Additive inverse means we are finding the inverse of a number such that when we add both the inverse and the original number, we get the 0. That is called the additive inverse. Okay. 1 upon 2, and if we add this number with minus 1 upon 2, then what will we get? 0. In the same way, if we add 1 with plus minus 1, then we get the 0. Same way, if we add 1 upon 2 with minus 1 upon 2, we get the result 0. So that means minus 1 upon 2 is called additive inverse. Okay. So that means additive inverse of a upon b is minus a upon b. What does it mean? That if a number is 1 upon 2, then its additive inverse will become minus 1 upon 2. This is the additive inverse. Okay. So what do we do in the additive inverse? We write the same number but change the sign. See, if it is minus 1 upon 3, then its additive inverse will be 1 upon 3. Okay. If suppose if the number is minus 3 upon 5, its additive inverse will be 3 upon 5. Okay. So whatever number it is given, if we are writing a additive inverse, then we will make the sign opposite to the sign of the number given. Okay. So we can say, we can write the formula that additive inverse of a rational number is equal to negative of a upon b. Okay. So this is the, if a upon b is given, an additive inverse of a rational number minus a upon b will be minus a upon b, which is equal to the a upon b. So this is the additive inverse. Okay. So students, today we have learned about the addition of the rational numbers. Okay. When their denominators are same and when their denominators are different by taking the LCM. And then we have done the properties like closure property we have done, like commutative property we have done, associative property we have done, additive identity we have done, and the additive inverse we have done. Okay, clear? So in the next video we will do about the different examples which are related to these properties, and we will do the exercise 1.1 of the rational numbers. So thank you so much for watching. Write your comments about the video, any query about the topic in the comment box. Okay, if you want to get the live and live classes, then you can also write into the comment box, or you can write to the WhatsApp or mail which is given in the description box. So thank you so much.